Hello and welcome to Lacey Rants, everybody. Alright, so I was sent a tweet from a friend, and right away, as soon as I got the tweet, I knew that it had something to do with an ARG or an unfiction. So after doing a quick Google search, I was able to determine that it was attached to the OXENFREE ARG that ended in 2016. So why was he sending me this tweet? And it was a brand new tweet. So what's going on here? So let's go ahead and give you guys a little bit of backstory on what OXENFREE is. So OXENFREE started out as a video game and put out by Night School Studios. And you play as a character, Alex, which is a girl that ends up going to this mysterious island that used to be a military base. And it's one of those choose your own path games. And so when Alex goes to this island, she goes with a few friends, and they hear rumors that if you tune your radio to a certain frequency in these caves, that supernatural things happen. So they end up going and exploring these caves. And while exploring these caves, Alex ends up tuning her radio to just the right frequency, and it causes an interdimensional time rift. Now, the story gets really crazy from here because, like I said, it is a choose-your-own-path game. And it has a lot of time loops, and I mean, just time in general just gets super wonky. So we're going to go ahead and skip the middle bits and go ahead and go straight to the end of the game. So if you guys do want to check out that game, they do have it on sale right now on Steam, so go check it out. I think it's only like $10. So at the very end of the game, it ends with her talking about what her future plans are going to be. And then the screen flickers and she tells us that she's going to meet up with Jones. Now, this is an indication to the audience that time is still in a time loop. Now, there is a secret ending to the game. If you start a new game on the same save file, what will end up happening is you'll send a message to your character warning them not to ever go to the island, which will in turn stop the time loop. Now, I love a good spin on the end of a video game, and better yet, I love an alternate ending, and that's what the OXENFREE game ended up giving their audience. But then they took it one step further. Players of the game actually ended up deciphering that the anomalies, the collectibles that you get throughout the game, when lined up, actually ended up giving you a phone number. And, well, that's when the OXENFREE ARG starts. So upon calling this number, players were actually greeted with one of the songs from the OXENFREE soundtrack. And in this soundtrack, there was Morse code. Now, the Morse code ended up spelling out Maggie. And that's further lore into this than I want to go, so we're just going to be covering the basics of this ARG. So after players called this number, players actually ended up receiving a text. And in that text, it said, DLBB, listen close. And so they deducted that that meant to download the Beacon Beach soundtrack, which is the official soundtrack for OXENFREE, the video game, and listen close. Upon doing this, they were led into more Morse code, and the rabbit hole just gets deeper and deeper as we go along, and players came together on a long journey that took about 6 months worth of puzzling to solve this ARG. Now, this ARG, I really like this concept because this is one of those ARGs that actually ended in the open world. And so at the very end of the ARG, Discord members had to come together and they went on an exploration to Bainbridge Island in Washington. So they came together, and how they ended up coming together and determining this was the island they needed to go to was via a website called edwardisland.com. So once they got to the location, they discovered a box, and inside this box there was a music box and 2 sheets of music, and the sheets of music is to be played in the music box, and that ended up being 2 of the songs from the soundtrack. And along with the music box and these 2 sheets of sheet music, there were 16 letters. Now, looking through the 16 letters, it pretty much just seems like they're a bunch of letters telling you not to go to the island and that it's not safe. So that was pretty much the end of that ARG. Of course, they did end it with trying to determine who got to keep the box, and they ended up giving it to the owner of the Discord, which I thought was really cool. But that leads us to today. So, what's going on with the OXENFREE ARG? Why is it now active? It's been 5 years since puzzle's been solved. Well, doing a quick Google search, I was able to find that there is going to be an OXENFREE TV show coming out soon. And along with the TV show, I was able to also find that there was a Steam update with the 5-year anniversary, and they're just giving a shout out to the community for staying strong over the 5 years. But at the very end of this anniversary announcement, there is a cryptic message which has people wondering, where are we going to go from here? So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode with the clip that my friend sent me via Twitter. So I hope that you guys can decipher this. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I think it has something to do with the phases of the moon, so let me know what you think.